Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my show Computer Witnessing. In today's episode, we're gonna take a look at will Apple switch to USB-C? So let's dive right into it. So you have to understand, Apple as a company is known for Apple ecosystem. It's not that they just make the product, they make the software that goes into it, they make the regulations that regulate it, they make the accessories, and they standardize everything. That's the whole Apple motto. It's an ecosystem. When you buy Apple, you just don't buy one product, you buy it into an Apple ecosystem. So this is very crucial. You have to understand everything is standardized among them. Like you can have this lightning board, lightning adapter, and this will work with every generation of iPhone that has that port. It's not like it will only work with this iPhone, it will work along everyone. This older one, they ditched it now, but this used to work from iPad, iPod, and older iPhones. So they're standardized. That's their selling point. You buy one Apple device, it works with every other Apple device. So why would they want to standardize? Well, think of it this way. Europe is taking some serious steps to make sure that there is less e-waste, basically this sort of crap. And this is just the mess that used to be when before the laws was passed. It was not voluntary law, like you have to do this. It was like, a guideline, like please do this. And almost every company agreed to it. Sony Russian to Motorola to Nokia to everyone agreed to it except Apple. Even though Apple said they will do it, they did not like actually implemented it, and they all decided to agree on USB standard rather than creating their own random standards. Now this allows for better customer service. Basically almost every charger will work with every other charger. Now if you are traveling in train or you are traveling in anywhere else, even internationally, you are reasonably sure that you're going to have either USB bank, USB port, or USB charger that you can just connect with your Android phone, and almost any phone from this manufacturer is going to work except Apple. So customer service is kind of bad on that. Second, if you accessorize it, this used to be the selling point of Apple, that if you wanted to buy, let's say, any Android phone, there was no dock for it. Like you can't just put your Android there and it's gonna charge, it's gonna sync, and everything's gonna work out. It was not like that. You have to connect a cable into it. Some communication like skipping tracks, moving ahead was doable, but it was not very smooth, butter smooth operation. So once you standardize it, then now you can have a scenario where dock manufacturers can say, okay, I'm just gonna make one port, it's gonna work with everything else. Standardization helps them with that sort of scenario. So are there any consequences of standardization? Yes. First, danger of explosion. These are iPhone that exploded, and it's quite common for iPhone to explode. It's common for almost every phone to explode, every laptop to explode. Mostly, generally, you discard it before it does, but it happens. It's nothing new, nothing to be shocked about. Like lithium inherently is flammable, and things happen. So the only way manufacturers make sure that your things don't go boom is very simple. They make sure there are rigorous testing done to it, rigorous quality standards, and lot of safety procedures inbuilt into the charger, inbuilt into the equipment. This is what failed in the Samsung. They had some safeties, but they did not have too many layers of safety. So when somebody plugged in shitty charger, boom, things like that happen. That happens with iPhone also. So there is a serious risk of explosions, and it happens with laptop also. So it's nothing unheard of. It's quite common. Second, you have, because once you standardize it, the whole Chinese market will jump into it. There would be little to no quality control. This is what causes these sort of things. So there is a kind of risk around that. Second, this is what actually going to hurt Apple, is they're going to lose a lot of money into their first party accessories. Basically right now, let's say you have USB 3 port that is running on the protocol of Thunderbolt. You can connect a monitor, external display, external storage medium, all that with one adapter. Here's the deal, that adapter will work with Dell, that will work with HP, that will work with Lenovo. The moment you connect it to Apple, Apple is like, nope, I'm not working with this. I'm not. Just no. You have to buy, instead of $30 adapter, you have to buy a $70 adapter, flat out. So that sort of thing they do to make sure that they have high quality first. It's something to do with safety, but it's mainly for profit. That's the core reason. It's for profit. Then if there are so many risks, then why I'm thinking that they're gonna do it? Well, they're already on it. As you can see, they're MacBook Pros are already using USB-C standard, as in the connector. The reason for that is that it's one cable ecosystem that they are creating. Imagine this: you buy a monitor, a LG 5K monitor, and you just plug that monitor into the power socket. Okay, power is there, awesome. Here's the deal: to connect your MacBook, all you have to do is connect the USB-C cable, and it's gonna charge them, it's gonna provide display signal, all at the same time. One cable ecosystem. And the cable is designed like this cable that I'm showing you, USB Type-C, the port. It's basically somebody took some serious effort into making sure this is future proof. So it has many layers, as in like what level of power it's going to provide. So at level 1 it's only going to provide 5 to 10 watts of power, level 2 30 to 40 watts, at level 3 or 4 it is that's going to provide 100 watts of power. So there is lot of safety, lot of future thinking was done. And once you get the port, you can also do what's called protocols bridging. Basically, in that you have one cable, as in that one port, one cable, but it can have multiple protocols going through it. So there is a different protocol that goes for USB data transfer, there is a different protocol that goes for display graphics adapters and things of that nature. So this thing, you can keep the port, but you can change electronics internally, and you can have one cable to do them all. So as of now, as I speak to you, Apple already has successfully done it, where you can have your laptop charging by the same port, your laptop can display images upwards of 5K, even higher than that, and transfer data at the same time just using one cable. So it is the ultimate ecosystem, and they are already doing it. And this was once they announced Lightning cable, the problem was that EU, the European Union, was kind of angry about them, because they voluntarily said that they're gonna take steps to make sure reduce e-waste, but they are still making their own personal crap which nobody else can use, which means more waste. So for that reason, there is some serious debate going around in EU as I speak to you, that they might take legal actions against this to reduce the e-waste. And for that reason, Apple is taking steps. They are taking steps. They are it's not like they are ignoring. And second, this connector, that USB-C connector, is one connector to rule them all. Everything that can be done using any type of connector can be done with this connector. And as of now, as I speak to you, it's already classified for 100 watt use. To give you an idea how much 100 watt is, it's almost all laptop is under 100 watt, except some gaming laptops which are like very big, very beefy. They are above 100 watt, but most laptops are below 80 watts. So for that reason, and not to mention, they might upgrade the standard again, because it has inherent communication built into it. So if you connect, let's say, 100 watt adapter to your mobile phone, it's not gonna send 100 watt. It's gonna be like, okay, if the communication is gonna happen, the communication will send green light. Okay, layer 1, okay, send me 5 watt. Layer 2, no green light, okay, I'm not gonna send you 50 watts of power. So there are layers of communication built into the standard USB 3 standard. So sooner or later, Apple is gonna shift to this. Will this happen with this next iPhone? Most likely, but let's see. So this was my presentation on Apple. Will they switch to USB 3.0 or USB-C? I hope you liked it or learned from it. In that case, please like. If you didn't, don't worry about it, dislike it. Leave a comment what you want to see in the next episode of Computer Wednesday. And please subscribe. Press the bell icon, as I make video every day. And as always, thanks for watching.